I once watched Coyote Peterson get bitten on the foot by a giant water bug. In this episode, we're not just testing ant versus ant battle. The pain was so intense, he could barely stay on his feet. Normally, anyone who sees this creature would stay far away from it. In this episode, I'm going to try raising them and create the perfect environment for them to pair up and reproduce. Will they reproduce, or just try to kill each other? While searching for a place to buy them, almost everything I found was either sterilized and packaged or completely out of stock. It took forever to finally find a place selling live insects, so I immediately ordered 2 of them. Total cost, $50. While waiting for them to arrive, I started researching this species more deeply, and the truth turned out to be even more terrifying. In the world of freshwater insects, giant water bugs are true swamp assassins. But here's the fascinating part. There isn't just one species of giant water bug in the world, but they all share one thing in common. If you accidentally step exactly where one is waiting in ambush, you'll remember that feeling for a very long time. First, I was going to prepare their new home. But honestly, I think I'll tell that story later because, the package just arrived. When I opened the box, honestly, I couldn't even tell if it was still alive or already dead. Some of them were even stacked on top of each other, which looked absolutely ridiculous. But the moment I picked one up, I realized these are true giants of the insect world. An adult can grow nearly 7 centimeters long. But here's the interesting part. If I place a real cockroach next to it, they actually look pretty similar, right? But in terms of size, it's probably around 4 times bigger. This is the Singularis, one of the largest ants in the world, and if we compare them, it looks almost 100 times bigger. Well, probably more like 50 times or something. And now, look closely. Can you tell which one is male and which one is female? Leave your guess in the comments below. The longer I stared at it, the more nervous I became about that proboscis. Because this is the deadliest weapon the giant water bug has. A biological needle capable of injecting incredibly powerful enzymes into its prey. In just a few seconds, the victim is almost completely paralyzed. But what about humans? One bite can feel like an electric shock mixed with burning pain deep inside your body. Definitely not something anyone wants to experience twice. But there was still one thing I wanted to test. What if I let it crawl onto my hand? Would it realize I'm not prey? All right. I am genuinely very nervous right now. Maybe I should stick my toe out like Coyote Peterson did? No, absolutely not. I am terrified of that proboscis. I need to build them a proper home. In the wild, giant water bugs usually live in ponds, swamps, and stagnant waters. So I decided to build a biotope-style tank, recreating their natural habitat as realistically as possible. First, a large piece of driftwood. It'll serve as a resting spot for these 2 assassins after spending too much time underwater. Next came a layer of sand and gravel to mimic the bottom of a real pond. And finally, a large stone right in the center of the tank. After only a few steps, the place was already starting to look like a real wild pond. Still, it felt a little empty. So I added a few aquatic plants like java fern and pennywort to make everything feel more overgrown. At the same time, they would become the perfect ambush spots for hunting. I also placed a large branch inside the tank. Not just for decoration, but also as a place where they could lay and protect their eggs during breeding season. And finally, it was time to release them into their new home. Strangely, the moment they touched the water, The two giant water bugs immediately clung tightly to each other. What are they doing? If anyone knows what this behavior means, let me know in the comments below. And to make things feel a little more like keeping pets, I decided to give them names. Anna, the energetic one, and John, the quiet one. Unlike fish, giant water bugs don't have gills. They constantly need to rise to the surface for oxygen. As John touched the surface, the tip of his abdomen formed a tiny breathing tube. Beneath its body are specialized hairs that trap tiny air bubbles. Almost like a miniature scuba tank underwater, the air is stored beneath the wings, allowing it to stay submerged much longer. As the oxygen slowly runs out, it rises back to the surface to refill its air tank. And if you look closely, it only needs to lift the tip of its abdomen a few millimeters above the water to breathe. But don't let that slow appearance fool you. Giant water bugs are actually incredibly fast swimmers. Their hairy legs work like paddles, propelling them powerfully through the water. And the scariest part is the way it hunts. A pond may look peaceful from above, but beneath the surface lies an entire nightmare world for tiny creatures. And inside this miniature pond, Anna and John are the apex predators of the food chain. Could they actually hunt a frog? It sounds insane, because the frog is much larger than they are. A young frog swims by, and Anna instantly lunges forward. The frog tries to escape, but the stab has already happened. That's why a long trail of blood appears behind it in the water. The enzymes have already been injected. The terrifying part is that the giant water bug doesn't even need to chase its injured prey. It simply waits. Another adult frog appears. And this time, Anna is ready for a real fight. Looks pretty brutal, doesn't it? And giant water bugs don't really eat their prey. They drink them. The sharp proboscis pierces through the skin. Digestive enzymes begin liquefying the internal organs from within. Then it simply waits until the prey turns into a bag of amphibian juice. Then Anna returns to her favorite branch and begins dinner. Anna and John seem to be preparing for the next generation. If they want to reproduce successfully, they'll need a huge amount of energy. So I added sardines, zebra danios, several tetras, and even glowfish into the tank.
La la la, what a beautiful day. Water's nice. Vibes are immaculate. Maybe there's food around here somewhere.
Hold up! What the heck are you? If I survive this, subscribe to the channel for me, please!
A true giant of the ant. They finally chose a suitable branch for nesting. And then the breeding process. Not like a tree frog foam nest, doesn't it? If the steel-jawed ants win through numbers, then Singulord fights through absolute domination. One side is a massive army forged through countless battles. From a distance, it almost looks like he's caring for a foam nest. When first laid, the eggs are soft and glossy. Only one question remains. Can numbers truly defeat absolute power? The eggs are even attached directly onto the male's back. And this is the most fascinating part. In most insects, the female takes care of the young. But giant water bugs are completely different. The male is the true super dad. He constantly brings the eggs close to the surface so they can receive oxygen. He uses his legs to fan water over them and prevent fungal growth. And he protects the eggs from parasites and predators. 3 weeks later, the eggs finally begin to hatch. Dozens of tiny nymphs emerge. They already resemble adult giant water bugs. They just haven't developed full wings yet. Through multiple molt, the next generation of underwater assassins slowly begins to grow.